Hey guys, what's up? It's Jay, and a couple of things before I get into this. One, I apologise for not posting out in the past week. I got into a massive argument with my parents, and it essentially ended up with them telling me that I'm being kicked out within the next 6 months, and they took my laptop and my Xbox and my mic off me for about 3 days for no fucking reason. So essentially I didn't have a chance to upload. I was meaning to do daily content over the last 2 weeks because it was my Easter holidays or spring break, whichever one you want to say. And the second thing is that what I'm going to go into in this video is not necessarily my opinion unless I explicitly declare that it is, because this is quite a touchy subject. Now, I spent a lot of time in the community before I even started to upload, and when I did upload, it was Minecraft videos to start off with them on my very first channel. And I just want to say, straight off now that I don't share these opinions unless I specifically say, I've thought this for the past months. I've always seen this, I've always experienced this, etc. Right. So what I'm essentially going to talk about, as you can probably tell from the title, is stereotypes within the Call of Duty community and the YouTube community in general. To be fair, because what I see is a lot of people that sit down and they troll and they hate, and hell, this is the internet, that's what happens. People come on here anonymously without face, with an alias, and take the piss out of other people. And there's no consequences unless, of course, you take it too far. Regardless. Okay. And what a recent experience of mine, I've sat down and I've thought to myself, why do people really care what others are doing? Like, I sat down and did a commentary on Advanced UAV probably about 3 weeks ago or so. And just as I started doing the commentary, I thought to myself, by people hating on this kid that are actually promoting his videos wrong, because they're sharing it with all their friends, going, look at this twat, etc, etc. And it kind of brings me to another point here, exactly the same, but with anybody else. Like, one example was Jay Nasty, actually on Twitter about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month or so. He said some racist stuff in a live stream. I wasn't there to witness it myself, but I saw Fear Quads, Bread, Pro Syndicate. I think T-Mine did as well. I couldn't tell you for sure. I know Raw Instinct did an item, but I genuinely can't remember. I think I'm just listing off big commentators I follow on YouTube, to be honest. But it was definitely Fear Quads and definitely Bread who was saying, this guy's a fucking asshole. Why the fuck is he on YouTube, etc, etc. And and from what you could tell, because Jay Nasty was retweeting all of the hate that he was getting, you could pretty much tell that he was doing something extremely against the moral fibres of the community. The Call of Duty community is full of trolls and 13-year-old kids, and then you get people like Drifter who are just fucking insane. Like, the gameplay's great, the commentaries are fucking amazing. He's a really nice guy. Quite often I've tweeted him with a really random topic. Like, I think I tweeted him saying, do you believe that God, what's your speculation on the gender of God? Because I saw him tweeting Jericho about what was it? It was oh Christ, I'm panicking here. I've got no notes. That's it. He was talking to Jericho because Jericho tweeted out saying, he unfriends people on Facebook when they post out things about God and how they're so, sharing this picture around to spread the love of God, etc. And they're talking about that, and I tweeted him asking what the gender of God was, and his speculation, because he is religious, which I fully respect. I have nothing against religious people. I'm an atheist personally, but I don't see why other people can't believe in a religion just because I don't. I'm not going to be forceful with my own beliefs because somebody else doesn't share them. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. But quite often Drifter will reply to me with with a really good answer to a fucking retarded question. And this brings me on to my second stereotype, that people think that YouTubers and gaming commentators and just people who are, like machinima directors, etc., don't care about the fans. A lot of people sit down and say, oh yeah, subs and views, white, and they kind of shit themselves and hate on people because they all think that, it's also about the subs and views. Well, to be fair, the backing of YouTube is, you get a satisfaction from knowing that people enjoy your content, and how by knowing that people enjoy your content, you can look through your statistics. Sorry, I can't speak today, Jesus. So by looking at how many views you're getting, how many subscribers, subscribers are like fans. They're like followers on Facebook, followers on Twitter, subscribers on Facebook, etc. They show you that they enjoy your content enough to come back again and watch it. So, you know, it's a bit of self-actualization to see yourself gaining subscribers, gaining views, but people take that a bit too far and think that's all they care about. I mean, you know, you see White Boy, he has dedicated a lot of videos to informing people about his life. You know, I've quite frequently sat down and watched a commentary of his where he's talked about where, you know, he came from a really shite background, started YouTube, and it's just led him to become such a better person for it. You know, he hasn't sat down and gone, yeah, money, 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 gold diggers. No, he's just simply made money. But, you know, he's bested himself for it. He hasn't gone made money and gone, yep, pimps and bitches, oh yeah, and kind of like fucked around with it and got high and shit. You know, there are people out there that completely just ignore the fucking facts and see that as subs and views, money whore, signing yourself out, that kind of stuff. And, you know, okay, you know, the face of it does look like they're just whoring themselves out. And I don't personally agree with that, as I said in the start of the commentary. And the last one is that they constantly sell themselves out. They constantly view whore. They're always looking to get one up, to cheat the other person, to better themselves and other to better themselves than other commentators, etc. Which I have actually experienced within YouTube. See, for example, Woody's Gamer Tag and Obviously Jesus is a very good example. Obviously Jesus was taking the piss out of Woody's autistic son. I think it's autism. Took the piss out of his autistic son simply to create an argument and an atmosphere between them two, so that he would give him a shout out indirectly, give him a shout out within his videos several times and tweets to gain Obviously Jesus publicity. So I have seen this firsthand, and a lot of people who were subscribed to Woody's Gamer Tag would have witnessed this themselves, because it is quite well, I'm not sure if it is, but it was quite an active topic of conversation at the point. So, you know, there are people out there who will cheat the system, who will fuck around, who will literally troll the shit into people regardless of their feelings or emotions, simply to gain publicity for their own channels. So it does beg, you know, I can understand why Battlefield, like hardcore Battlefield fans, are completely against Call of Duty, you know, the community behind Call of Duty, or people dislike the Call of Duty community because of what a very, very select group of people do. You know, it's like an extremist within a religion. Not all Muslims are terrorists. They're the extremist proportion of them will go out and blow themselves up. That's only a very, very slight percentage of them. You know, they have misinterpreted the Quran. And a lot of Muslims, if you actually meet them and talk to them without stereotyping them to begin with, they will agree with you that they don't agree with the extremist opinions. And that's exactly what happens in the community within Call of Duty. People don't see that there's only 1 or 2 commentators or 5 or 10 subscribers per commentator that hate on everything, or cheat the system, or piss around, or view whore. You know, so it's a very, very mixed community full of people. But I think that in the way of the world, they can't, you know, people who are looking at the community themselves look at the very, very small proportion of negativity and then apply that to the majority of the community, regardless of what's actually happening around them. That's essentially what I'm trying to get across. And if you have actually made it this far in the commentary, I would like to applaud you. A lot of people drop out of my videos within the first 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not sure if that's the same for everybody else, but it is for me. And, you know, yet again, I'd like to say that I'm sorry for not uploading in the last week or 2. You know, I've explained the reasons. I've got an excuse, you know, it's my own fault, etc, etc. And feel free to follow me on Twitter, guys. I do like to talk to people. I will be on Xbox if I can get on today or tomorrow or this week. I won't be on the weekends, of course, because I'm at my girlfriend's house. But, guys, I will see you around. This has been J Rages, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.